Hey everyone, Shelly did a post and people had requested paint pour videos. So I'm going to go ahead and do a short one here for you. I personally use already to pour acrylics, just easier than mixing. I buy mine normally at Joann's. They're about $14.99 for 4 bottles, and with a coupon I can get 50% off. So not that bad of a deal. I also have a few brand or colors from Arteza, so that's what I'm going to be using today. I have a cardboard box lid, a baking rack, and a baking dish. This is a little sauce cup. I normally use Dixie cups, but I didn't have any of those available. And on my rack, I have some Shelly Baby shadows. And then on the side, I have some mini ones that we're going to use later for dipping. So what I do is I take my cup and shake my paint, and I'm just going to start filling up my cup with some colors. And you just add them right on top of each other. Some will pour into the bottom and then stack and layer on the top. There's many ways to do this. There's no right or wrong way. I only have 1 cup available, so my colors might mix a little bit. I'm going to try and do different designs with just this 1 cup and maybe the same color combos. So I can use this cup and directly pour it on the rocks, or I could take a toothpick and you just stick it in there and mix up your paint colors a little bit. No rhyme or reason, no special design, just trying to give it a little more oomph. So you can take your rock, pinch the side of your cup a little bit. This one's a little hard to pinch, but I didn't choose a big rock, so it should come out easily. I'm going to go ahead and just pour mine side to side. And that gives it that horizontal look. Now you can see, if I zoom in closely, that it didn't cover the sides. Well, we just pick up our rock and you tilt it back and forth and get it to trip over there. Also, sometimes, obviously it's on my fingers then, I just kind of dabble around the edges. So that's the first way. That was the horizontal, and you can tell the lines got a little crooked when I moved the rock. Another way I'm going to show you is putting the colors in, and then we're going to swirl. So let me get my colors again. I tried to wipe out my cup as best I could. Let's see if we spruce it up and maybe put some Valentine's colors together. It's nice to do these because you can make as many colors mixed together as you want. 1 or 2 and keep alternating them. Do 2 or 3. Do 5 or 6. Whatever color combos you really like can be done. So the more paint you put in there, obviously the bigger stone you're going to want to cover. So now I'm going to do this one. And see. This one, instead of going side to side, I'm going to swirl it. So I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm just going to keep going around and around and around and around and give it that swirled kind of look. This one had a lot of paint, so it's not too much to dip over. But you can see, this one made more of a circle look than this one is more stripes. Now what I love to do at the very end is, let me see if I can pick this up and get my tin out. I still want to give my things room to drip. So if we look closely, you can see my paint that's pooled up in the bottom of this messy pan. So I'm just going to take my rock and kind of dip it in where the leftover paint was. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just gives a nice cool background for some words. So as you can see, we didn't waste any paint because we are dipping in what is left. I have some pink over here. It'd be handy if you had some wipes next to you so that you can wipe your hands. I am getting a little bit of the other colors on the stone because I don't have any handy at the moment. So it just kind of shows you some different ways, different materials that I used. And let's see if we can do maybe one more. Got my cup again. I'm gonna throw in some different colors here. Again, it would be best if you had many Dixie cups so that you only had to use one per color, but I'm winging it here for you guys today in the middle of nap time. So we only have one cup, which is fine. We'll make it work. Paint time for these can vary. I normally leave mine at least overnight because they've looked dry in certain areas and then haven't been when I fully touched them. So I would say at least overnight. And after that, you can give them a little spray seal or some light coat of resin, and then you can start lettering or do a design. So here's my colors. And I'm just going to tip it over and start pouring. That one had a lot of purple. This one, I didn't give it any rhyme or reason. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more so I can have some more color thrown in on top. It's really whatever you want to do. So this would be what I would call a muddy pour. I just put it on there however, different ways, different designs. And this would be more horizontal, and this one would be more circular. And these two babies would just be the excess paint pour, which I'm going to go in here with another baby and just drop it in. And look at that. We have beautiful colors. So, I'm no expert, but there's a few ideas for you. I again, my paints are ready to go and pour. I even saved a Chick-fil-A bucket, and I store them all in that. Easy to pick up and move from my location and store back away. Happy painting, y'all. Ask questions in the comments if you need help. And here's a few that I've already finished in the back down here. I'm going to go back in with my butane and go ahead and try and pop a few of the air bubbles. You don't have to do this if it has a few air bubbles in there. It's totally fine. We're just going to write over them or make another painted design on them anyway. So that's not a must. So again, horizontal stripes or vertical depending on the way that you look at it. This one was more of a circular motion. This one was a muddy pour, just dumping in all different directions. And these three were just dips into the paint that was at the bottom. Here's a few that I've done in the past that are finished and dried and just need some writing. And these babies were ones that I had dipped into the bottom. One more time for the colors, just ready to pour. The Arteza brand. I have Deco Art, and I keep them in my Chick-fil-A bucket. So, happy pouring.